Hi everyone, Dave Flint from Flintart, Australia. Today we're going to be drawing an elephant. Not too difficult, it's primary school or elementary school aged, sort of aimed at that group of children, so pretty easy, and you don't need much to do it. All you need is something to draw with and something to colour in with. So having said that, let's get creative. Okay, boys and girls, now that we've got our supplies ready, you got your paper, I've got something to draw with, which I'm going with a grey Sharpie, because as I said we're going to be drawing an elephant today, so I thought why not use a grey Sharpie, as sometimes elephants are grey, well they are fairly grey really, in colour, so I'm going to be using a grey Sharpie instead of black this week. Usually I use a black Sharpie when we're drawing things together, but that is not the case this week. I'm going to go with a grey Sharpie. So, like I said, all you needed to do was get a piece of paper and something to draw with, and we're going to use other colouring in stuff later. Here is my Sharpie, and let's get started. So what I'm first going to go with is the head of the elephant, the top of the elephant's head. Okay, so I'm going to sort of start round about halfway down the page. I'm going to draw a shape like this, just like so. And then, once I've got that shape, I'm going to draw what the trunk looks like. And the trunk sort of comes down like this. Now the trunk can be quite wide at the front, the elephant's head, which it is, then it gets a little bit thinner down the end. I'm going to go down around like this, up over here like that, and then I'm going to do the same sort of thing over here, about the same height as that one, coming down and around and back up again like that, and then have a rounded end on the trunk there like so. Okay, so next I'm going to draw the ears. Now the ears are pretty big on an elephant, right? They're massive. So I'm going to draw some ears here. Let's go with... Now the ears you can really draw whatever shape you like. You know, some people could do just ears that sort of come up with a curve there and a curve there and a curve underneath. That would be fine. If you want to do sort of wavy sort of ears, you can do those. Just for today, to keep it simple, I'm going to go like this. I'm going to do a curve up like that, and then another curve down this way. Now my ear is going to be pretty big, so it's going to sort of go behind this trunk. This is a tricky part. So you go down like that, and then pretend that this line comes through here and sort of comes out the other side, just like that. Okay? Not too hard to do. Now on this side of the ear here, you could do a curve going out like this, or you can do something a bit more like this if you like. It's a wavy line. It's up to you. You could just do a straight around curved line if you like, to make it a bit more simple. But I like that sort of look for an elephant's ear. I think it looks pretty good. So let's go with the other side. Now we want to sort of try and make the ears around about the same size. So if you look where I drew that one, I started about there on the head there, and you curve up over. Now if it goes off the side of the page, don't worry about that too much either. Curve up like that there, and that one's a little bit high, but look, it doesn't really matter, does it? Here's that curve there, and go across to here. You can see where I started that one, which is about here, and I went curving down that way. Now again, you can either go a round curve here like this, or you can do this wavy stuff like I did on the other one, which I think looks pretty cool. Okay, now let's have a look here. What we're going to do now is like the front of the elephant's body, and this will end up making up his front legs as well. Okay, so what we do is, from the ears, I'm going to sort of bring it out from the ears here. I'm going to do this sort of shape, sort of make a curved shape like that, and then this one again starts over here, but it sort of goes behind the trunk, so I'm going to make it look like it comes down out here from that side. Okay, so the trunk's in front of the body there. And then what I'm going to do is, I've left those a bit short, so I'm going to bring those a bit longer down here like this, because we want our elephant's legs to sort of come down here. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to draw a curved line here, just here, and that's going to be like the chest, where the chest of the elephant is. So I'm going to do a curved line that goes like this, sort of like that. It can be a bit different, doesn't matter how big it is, how small it is, that's okay. So what we want, and you can see I've done a bit of a wonky line really, it's not real straight or a real consistent curve, but that's okay. The elephant could be moving around, it could be walking. So the rest of this is like this. What you do is you bring a line down like this, and another line down like that, and that's like the legs of the elephant there. You can see that's going to be the legs. And then we're going to finish those off just by doing some lines like that. Now that's not perfect, but it's okay. It's pretty good. So next thing we're going to do here for my wonky chested elephant is draw some eyes. Now the eyes on an elephant are sort of on the sides of the head, so I'm not going to draw these perfectly in front here, because that wouldn't be like a real elephant. That would be sort of like an owl. An owl's eyes are on the front of its head. So these eyes I'm going to do for this elephant are sort of going to be over on the side, and they're going to be like a sort of almost like a leaf shape. So I'm going to go like this. Watch this. One there, and then we want one in about the same spot on the other side, and about the same size. So if you want, what you can do is you sort of just put a dot there and a dot there, so you know they're about the same size. Like that. There's my elephant's eyes. Now they're not perfectly the same size, but that's okay. Now the eyes, as I said, are sort of on the side, so what I want to do is draw an eye like this. There's my elephant's eye, and I'm going to leave a little circle there. So I'm doing like a curve. I'll show you on this side as well. I'm doing a curve, goes like this, and then I'm leaving a little circle here that looks like a reflection of light in the eyes. So, and what you can do is colour that bit in, colour that bit in. Okay, there's the reflection in the elephant's eyes. Next, what I forgot to do here actually on the trunk is some sort of cheek lines here. Some little curves just like that. And then what we're going to do is add some lines on the elephant's trunk. So we're going to have the elephant's trunk sort of look all wrinkly. So I'm going to do that and just sort of do some curves along here like this. I'm going to have them going like this way, curving up and around like this. So we want a few of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You get another one. You can have a few. That's alright, just like that anyway. You don't have to do too many. Now, something I like to add to my elephant is the big toenails. So let's go with those. I'm going to do 3 of them. 1, 2, and 3. Same over here. 1, 2, and 3. If you have to, like with that one there, just do it on the side a little bit. That's okay. No big deal. And also, some elephants have tusks. So what you could do if you wanted to, you can add some big tusks coming down the sides here. If you don't want to put tusks on, that's fine. Now the other thing I sort of like to do too, because it only looks at the moment like the elephant's got 2 legs, it doesn't have, the back legs might be hiding behind the elephant. But what you could do is have a line coming down here like this, and then curving like that, and another one at the back doing that, and that sort of look like the elephant's got the legs at the back. And do some little toenails again at the back like so. So you've got some back legs happening. And also, if you wanted to, you could have like a little tail coming out around the back over here like this. Could have a tail there. That would be okay. And have a little hair on the back of the tail there like that. All little extra features you can add to your elephant. You might even do some like wrinkles in the front of the elephant's head there. You can do that sort of thing. Make it look like an old wrinkly elephant. Like I said, you can add some tusks on the sides here if you wanted to do that. But I'm not going to add the tusks to my elephant. I like my elephant without the tusks, I think. So, other little features. Something maybe on the end of the trunk here, you can actually draw sort of a circular shape and have a couple of little nostrils on there, like that. Or you can actually even just colour that in if you wanted. Fill it in like that. That would be okay. Something like that. And the ears. Now I thought with the ears, the way I've got mine shaped, I could have a couple of things coming out like that to show some wrinkles on the elephant's ears too. So there is my elephant. Now, as I said, elephants are grey. If I colour this all in grey, I'm going to lose all my details. So I'm not going to colour my elephant in with grey, especially not this Sharpie. So I'm thinking I'm going to colour my elephant completely different. Let's go with something completely different. It doesn't have to look like a real elephant. It can be a pretend elephant like in the cartoons you may have seen in cartoons like Fantasia where the elephants were pink. I think I'm going to colour my elephant in pink, having said that. So that's how to draw an elephant, girls and boys, and I hope you enjoy it. Now I'm going to speed things up a bit so that you're not getting bored watching me colour in and you can get cracking. Hope you enjoyed this activity, and I will see you again next week, girls and boys. Bye for now.
Flintart.